Like you said, it's been a good relationship. Which is why I'm a little confused at where you're headed with this.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 exciting MCU Phase 5 and 6 villains.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Agatha all along.
For this list, we're looking at the most interesting big bads who are poised to cause trouble in future Marvel stories. We'll be looking at villains who are 100% confirmed, and speculating about ones who are extremely likely to appear. If you aren't fully caught up on the MCU up through Ms. Marvel, consider this your spoiler warning. Who's your favorite future villain? Shout them out in the comments below. Number 10. Anyone, if they're a secret Skrull. Secret Invasion.
Now, I don't really need these to see, but
they do kind of complete the look.
What if your favorite Marvel character was actually a sinister alien? That will be the question at the heart of Secret Invasion. In the original comic, fans saw shape-shifting Skrulls assume the identities of some big heroes, villains, and high-ranking officials to get ready to take over Earth. If this plotline is adapted to the show, we might be in for some shocking reveals.
I'm still here at the Blockbuster, and, where'd everybody go? I finished collecting evidence.
Big names like Everett Ross and James Rhodes have been confirmed for the series. What if aliens are secretly behind their badges and armor? Since there's no telling what other characters will cameo in the series, be prepared for any Avenger, sorcerer, or heroic ally to be hiding a Skrull-sized secret.
But now I stand before you as my true self, without deception.
And who is that out there?
Okay, that's a fair point.
Number 9. Benjamin Dex Poindexter, aka Bullseye. Daredevil, Born Again.
Think you got me dialed? You don't, all right? You don't know anything about me.
Once it was announced that Matt Murdock was getting a new TV series, we immediately wondered if Disney Plus would follow up on a villainous cliffhanger. In Season 3, Agent Dex Poindexter was convinced to turn to the dark side. He tried to ruin Daredevil's reputation by committing crimes while dressed as the hero.
He isn't the real Daredevil.
How do you know?
Because he is.
After Poindexter was exposed and severely injured, the show heavily hinted that he'd get metal implants and return as the legendary villain Bullseye. Since the new series will have a stunning 18 episodes, there is plenty of room for this antagonist to return. His fight scenes with Daredevil were already a highlight in the Netflix series. We can only imagine how spectacular their clashes will be now that Poindexter is stronger than ever.
Who are you?
I'm Daredevil.
Number 8. MODOK. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Teamwork is for the weak. An army with a hive mind, controlled by MODOK, is the only way to destroy the Avengers.
When the MCU began, the idea of having a live-action supervillain whose head is bigger than his body was too ridiculous to imagine. But since fans have gotten used to talking trees, sentient ducks, and giant hippo goddesses, it is the perfect time for MODOK to hover in. This evil genius typically starts out as an employee of the evil organization AIM before his mind and body are altered. After getting himself some deadly accessories, he's able to fight a few of the world's mightiest heroes.
All the Avengers now belong to me.
It'll be fun watching the big-headed MODOK face off against tinier heroes in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He'll either be one of the funniest MCU antagonists ever, or an incredibly serious threat.
I still have more than enough power left to keep your pathetic team at bay.
Number 7. Mr. Sinister, X-Men 97.
Essex is no more. From this day forward, you shall address me as Mr. Sinister!
In the 1800s, a scientist named Nathaniel Essex met the supervillain Apocalypse. The mutant antagonist helped transform the scientist into the superpowered Mr. Sinister. This intriguing big bad alternated between fighting X-Men for numerous battles to reluctantly helping them. So it was thrilling to learn that Mr. Sinister would be a part of X-Men 97. After all, he already proved himself to be a great villain in the original X-Men animated series.
Fool! You are a mere spectator to creation, while I I have become the creator!
Will Mr. Sinister openly antagonize the team, or will he experiment with being one of their shadier allies? During Phase 5, we'll find out for sure how far Mr. Sinister will go to achieve his scientific goals.
What in blazes? Fools! Who are you to judge me?
Number 6. Agatha Harkness. Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
This world you made will always be broken. Just like you.
WandaVision gave us one of the MCU's funniest villains when a wisecracking witch named Agatha revealed her true colors. Centuries after she stole powers from other magical women to survive an execution, she tried to drain Wanda of her magic. But the witty, wicked witch lost a battle against the Avenger and was brainwashed into thinking she was an ordinary mortal.
Wait. Hiya, hun.
Fortunately for Agatha fans, she's set to return in a self-titled series. Since Wanda seemingly died in Multiverse of Madness, the villain might be free of the Scarlet Witch's brainwashing spell. The show could also explore what Agatha was doing during the 4 centuries between her Coven fight and WandaVision. Either way, we cannot wait to go along with her on another enchanting journey.
They take power from the undeserving. It's kind of my thing.
Number 5. Stronger zombified enemies. Marvel Zombies. It was horrifying to see characters like Thanos and Scarlet Witch become members of a hungry horde of the undead on What If.
Nice save, big guy.
But there are even more nightmarish versions of iconic characters shambling our way. According to early reports, we should expect to see an undead Abomination and a zombified Captain Marvel. Additionally, one of the strongest Eternals is apparently going to have a craving for brains.
You've never had to fight me.
But I've always wanted to.
Seeing Earth's remaining heroes try to overcome these zombified powerhouses will be both exciting and terrifying. Outside of Spider-Man and Ant-Man, protagonists like Kamala Khan and Shang-Chi will join the Living Resistance. But there's always a chance those heroes could join the Legion of the Undead Villains during the series. Number 4. Baron Helmut Zemo. Rumored for Thunderbolts.
You know who he is, right? This is Baron Zemo. I know you've heard of him too, right?
Zemo's stint on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier proved he was just as sharp, cunning, and deadly as he was in his debut appearance in Civil War. Although he was locked away in the secure Raft prison by the end of the series, we have a feeling that he's getting out soon. Zemo was historically the first big bad to lead a team of villains under the Thunderbolts name.
Baron Zemo? And the Thunderbolts? Surprised to see me, Avengers. You should be.
The MCU's version has military experience, tactical expertise, and a history of outplaying superpowered beings. He'd be the perfect choice to lead a squad who was meant to step up to defend the public from Avenger-level threats. Seeing Zemo go from being a dastardly antagonist to ruthless leader would make his MCU arc even more fascinating.
Do we want to live in a world full of people like the Red Skull? That is why we're going to Madripoor.
Number 3. Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, Echo, and Daredevil Born Again.
The people need to be reminded that the city belongs to me.
While it looked like Kingpin's luck might have run out at the end of Hawkeye, recent announcements confirmed that we will be seeing this intimidating big bad again. He might still be recovering from the gunshot wound his adoptive niece Maya gave him in the Echo series.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
But we think he'll be fully recovered by the time Daredevil Born Again begins. Kingpin has always been focused on saving New York by any means necessary. However, it's unlikely he'll get very far with heroes like Daredevil and Kate Bishop running around New York. We're looking forward to seeing how the strong and intelligent villain plans to overcome his new obstacles. Kingpin has never been one to back down from a fight.
An Avenger has taken an outsized interest in our operations, and the Bishop woman, she thinks that she can quit her job as if she works for Goldman Sachs.
Number 2. Dr. Victor Von Doom, rumored for Phase 6.
How are you still alive?
No thanks to you four.
That's for certain.
It feels like only a matter of time before the MCU's version of Marvel's First Family clashes against their longtime foe. Even if the team doesn't fight Doctor Doom in the 2024 Fantastic Four movie, he'd fit nicely into the Secret Wars film. In the 2015 Secret Wars storyline, Doctor Doom becomes a god after multiple Earths collide in an event called an incursion. A variant of Mr. Fantastic coincidentally talked about that deadly occurrence during Multiverse of Madness.
An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes and they collide, destroying one or both entirely.
Additionally, a character named Clea confirmed an incursion was on the way.
Can I help you?
You caused an incursion, and we're gonna fix it.
It'd be mind-blowing if the Secret Wars movie introduced a new Doctor Doom after he'd become a god. But we'd also be happy to see the legendary villain debut alongside Marvel's First Family. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kang the Conqueror. Multiple MCU projects.
I've been dubbed many names by many people. A ruler, a conqueror.
The fact that Kang has an Avengers movie with his name in the title solidifies that he will be one of the universe's biggest villains. During Loki, we learned that this big bad is willing to start multiversal wars to gain more power.
The peace between realities erupted into all-out war.
And it's likely that several versions of this villain have mastered time travel. Since Ant-Man showed Avengers how to move through time in the quantum realm, it makes sense that Kang will appear in Quantumania. But we could also see a variant of the big bad in Loki's second season. And since there's a comic council of Kangs, multiple Kangs could appear in the next Avengers film. The amount of exciting possibilities for what Kang might do and where he might go are endless.
Every step you took to get here, Lamentus the Void, I paved the road.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.